Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another episode of our Sky Factory 4 Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza, where today, I've been saying it for a while, but we're actually gonna do it. We're actually gonna complete the first chapter here. You win. Complete all the advancements on this page. We're gonna do it. We're gonna finally get it done. We're gonna make a bacon sapling and a donut sapling, and then maybe something else. Maybe we'll move into storage, because heaven knows we need to get a simple storage network set up, at least until we have enough resources flowing to move into applied energistics and whatnot, which is something that we will do in the future. I also need to make things like a wooden hopper and an upside downer and all of these other... I want to do everything. I want to do it all. I want to get up to the age of all the things and do the stuff, and it's gonna be awesome, but it's a long, long way away. But today we're gonna do things nice and simple, start off nice and slow with a bacon sapling and a donut sapling. Now, if you point your attention up here to the top left of the screen, you will see we've got the bacon and the donut sapling already pulled up and ready to go. Let's take a look at what we need to do that. The donut sapling is going to require donuts, sugar, and an apple sapling. We've got those bad boys. Someone asked me how I made that. It was covered in a previous episode, but if I remember correctly, the apple sapling, how did I make that? You don't start with an apple sapling. I think you start with like an apple seed. That's how you do it. And you get the apple seed by putting an apple inside of a crushing tub. Hope that answers the question. I mean, it was in episode 1 or 2. I can't remember which, but I think on episode 3, someone asked me. I was like, I don't remember myself. So there you are. Bacon sapling, pretty much the same recipe. Because, you know, you want to get some sugar apple glazed bacon. Oh, that sounds delicious. I don't know where the apple comes in with the donut. I've never had a donut flavored apple. You can get an apple fritter from most places that sell donuts, except for Krispy Kreme. But the Krispy Kreme doesn't need an apple fritter. They might have one. I don't think that they do. They mostly focus on actual donuts, and they're the best that you can buy. Other donut places, they have to branch out into bear claws and apple fritters, to make ends meet. If you live in Texas, you probably got kolaches. Oof, a kolache. Oh my gosh, don't even... Thank you, Polish immigrants to Texas, for bringing that over and making life worth living. What am I talking about? I'm talking about donuts, my friends. I'm talking about getting some cooked dough by combining wheat with water. And of course, the only way to get wheat is to go get seeds, plant it, grow it, those sorts of things. We've got a seed? A-seed, D-seed? I regret everything. Looks like that's the only one we've got. We've got some sugar cane. I need to go plant that. We don't seem to have any dirt. I've got some fertile soil. I don't know if he happens. We need a bucket. Need a bucket with... Gonna get some water, and then we're gonna need a watering can. See, I haven't... All of my stuff is all over the place. I haven't sorted everything properly. That's why I think next episode we're gonna look into a simple storage network. Get things a little bit better around here. It's raining outside. That's why I'm hesitant to go out there. I was checking to see if it was dark. Maybe I could take a nap, but I think it's just really cloudy. Not rainy. Rainy is the wrong word. We're in the desert. It doesn't get rainy here. Niv. What is Niv doing out here? What are all of you people doing? Oh. That's different down there. We're going to have to go address that. Haley, what's up? Why does Dake Tora get to be in charge if Niv is doing all the work? I kind of left them to discuss that. Is that why Niv is out here now? Niv, what is going on? What is the story here, mate? Dake Tora isn't interested in actually fighting, so here I am. Where is Dake? What happened to Dake Tora? I have no idea. Dave TLV, did you do that? What's up? No trees, but maybe I can be a farmer? Hey, maybe you can. We could use that. Oh my gosh, it's growing another pig. Yeah, of course it is. I don't know why I didn't think that would happen. Of course it's going to start trying to grow another pig. What happened to the first one we had? Did it wander off? I hope it didn't die. I'm going to need some bacon. No, the pig is gone. The pig has wandered off. That is not good. I should have built a little fence for it. I was distracted with not playing the game. I was distracted, getting a bit of a break, having a breather. I mean, I put up a new episode every other week. It's a lot to deal with. Oh, no. Can we fix that? Let's get a couple here. There we go. We'll patch... Uh-oh. How do you patch that? Can you patch that? I have no idea. It's all a mess now. Hey, you know what? That's not my problem. It's not my problem. How you doing, Lucky Lou? He's mad at us? Is he mad because you got rid of his sand and you turned it into some sort of underwater art piece or something? Hey, Blood Elf, what's up? They ruined my ocean. Oh. Yeah, he is a bit upset with you too. I'm sure he'll get over it. I like your attitude, Amaya. That's great. I'm sure he will get over it. Back to what I was doing, though. We need to get an infinite water source set up out here, and then we'll start doing some farming. There we go. And then we can plant... I guess we can plant these on the sand, since we kind of need the dirt for other things, like, for example, this seed, the one and only seed that we have. We're going to need quite a few of these. I'm going to stand here, and oh, right, you got to do what? Is that right? Hold down shift, and then right-click, and this thing just starts going. So I'm going to probably stand around here for a while and just do some farming, and I think that we could... You know, it would probably be safe to do a clock wipe to when I have enough wheat for all of this. Alright, I think we've actually got enough, and I will show my work here in just a second, but if I'm not mistaken, you only need the 4 wheat, because the 4 wheat and the water block will give you 8 dough, and then the 8 dough can be turned, I think it has to be cooked first, yeah, but the 8 dough will be turned into a donut, and I think it gives you 4 donuts, and we only need 3 for the recipe here. We're going to need some sugar as well, but hey, you know what we happen to have right here in our inventory? Sugarcane, so no worries. And then the apple saplings, probably going to be up here. Probably going to be right there. Oh, Shrek me, do you know what I just realized? I didn't show you folks what I've done. Right, so Lucky Lou, of course, he came up here, and he helped me clear out a space back over here in the wall for all of our hopping bonsais, and it helped frame rate a little bit. I think that what's actually going wrong, though, is these hollow sandstone slabs and all of these other forged microblocks being used in the architecture. I think it might be causing some frame rate issues. I'm not going to be the one to tell Lucky Lou that, though. I mean, I don't know who else is going to, but it's not going to be me. But they're all moved into here now, including the latest, which is the emerald one, so we could probably make emeralds now. And if we wanted to get one of those farming stalls and start ordering various seeds and plants and whatnot, I think we could do that. I think that we can make emeralds to pay for them, so we might as well. Why are there emeralds in here? Oh, green slime crystals. Those aren't emeralds. That's from previous episode. Of course. What goes into that stall? Is that what it's called? Or is it called like a farming... What is it? A shop around the corner? A business? Is it in the advancements? Most likely, if you go to the farming. There it is. This little piggy. Craft and place a market. Oh, man, I tried just about every word except for the correct one. Market. Ah, you know what? I was thinking of a stall, like a market stall. We'll add that over there. Maybe we'll do that this episode, because there's not really anything to it. We can start stocking up on plant life. But we got our cooked dough, so we will manufacture that into a donut, and we should have everything that we need for the donut sapling. Not too bad. We got the dough. I got that one completed. We'll remove it, and next up we're on to bacon. Now, bacon is going to require that we get bacon naturally, and there's a few different ways to do that. So first off, we need liquid bacon. In order to get liquid bacon, we need to get something like, let's say, a raw pork chop, cook it down into liquid bacon, have that be poured into a tough tool rod, and that'll give us the bacon. Alternatively, we could just get a chopping block and put a cooked pork chop on there and start chopping it. And we do have pork chops because we killed pigs before in a previous exploration episode. Now, if you're wondering what happened to all that pork chop, well, so am I right now. There it is. Okay, nobody panic. We're all good. Chopping block. I wonder if the recipe is... I mean, I can't even remember what it was before, so I don't know why I'm like, oh, what if it's the same as Sevtech Ages? What was it in Sevtech Ages? Oh, no, that is different. It's going to require flint. We should have some of that left over. If not, I guess I could always go get some from Michigan. That wasn't even a joke. It's just a place called Flint, Michigan. That's not funny. Okay, get ourselves a chopping block, and then we are going to right-click a pork chop onto there, like so. Or left-click, or right-click, or shift. Ah, it's got to be cooked first, naturally. I suppose. I mean, how many bacon do we get from this process? Does it just give you 1 bacon? No, it gives you 2. So we'll just cook up the 2 of these in here. I need to get another hopper so that I can hook it up to the second furnace, and we can have 2 furnaces going. Although it is still ridiculous that we have to do this. It's a bit absurd. But I'm just rolling. You know, this is the hand that fate has given us, and I'm dealing with it as best as I can. We'll throw our cooked pork chop on there, and then we'll start left-clicking it with this thing, I believe. Yeah, look at that. So left-click it with an axe, and it will give you your bacon. And like I say, we need 2 of them. Then that bacon looks raw to me. I don't know how you can get a cooked pork chop and then cut it up and then end up with raw bacon. But also, I don't develop mods, so there might be some genius to that I'm not aware of. Maybe if I had a conversation with Gordon Ramsay, he could point me in the right direction as to, learning how that happens. And he'd call me an idiot along the way and tell me I'm stupid for not knowing that, of course, when you cut up the pork chop, it turns into raw bacon. Of course, that's how it's done. We've done it, though. And we have an extra donut left over and an extra bacon. Do we want to see if we can cook that? Let's just check uses. I guess it is cooked. It just looks really raw. What happens if I put it in? Oh, you can't put it in there. I guess it's cooked bacon. If I eat it, is it going to make me sick? We'll find out when it gets dark again. Let's build that market. Now that I've kind of come up with that idea, I want to see it through. So we're going to need probably any logs, any kind of plank, and any kind of wool. We have a couple of string on us that we picked up out there, but we should have more string from that time that we had a tree that produced string, the cottonwood. I think I've got it back up and growing again. I'll need to check because we're going to run out of white wool. Does it have to be red wool? Yeah, it's really insistent that it be red. I can manage because we did go and find a lot of red tulips and rose red and things like that. So can you dye one at a time? You can. Seems like an awful waste of the dye, though. We got the oak planks, and we've got the oak logs, and it should be just a matter now of boopity-bop, boppity-beep. Look at that. Bah goes the sheep. We'll put it down over here. I don't recommend putting it up directly against a wall because this happens. And that thing will wither to death. This Judy... Sorry, what is your name? Winslow? From Family Matters? What? Oh, there's a creeper in there. Isn't Judy Winslow the one that disappeared a few seasons in, and then they never talked about her again? And then also in future episodes, they're like, we only had 2 kids. Because I think her mom was trying to negotiate to get her more pay, but then they fired her instead. Yeah, kids, don't let your parents manage your business. They'll ruin it for you. All right, so now we can buy seeds. Oh, we can buy animal seeds now. If we had raw corn, I thought these were the sorts of things you paid. Corn? I thought you just paid beetroot. Okay, yeah, emerald. See, that's what I expect. Emerald for a dandelion. Emerald for a tulip. I can handle that. Carrots for a raw rabbit meat? The raw rabbit, by the way, if I may. All of these other ones are fine, but all the rabbit bits just make me feel sad. That's just a dead bunny. That's just sad. Oh my gosh. So I guess I'm going to have to go down the chain of fruits. So I have to work on corn before I can get chicken seeds, and I got to work on gold ingots before I can get... How does that make sense? Who makes these rules? They do have some saplings, but none of them are interesting, except for maybe ironwood. That one's intriguing. Flowers, other. Okay, we can exchange emeralds for bone meal. What a trade. Aloe vera, I mean, if anyone's dropping any sick burns around here, that could be useful, I guess. Hey, look at that. We completed all the advancements on this page. We can move on to the second page now. The Age of Enhancement. Sounds fun. I'll be your alloy. Place the alloy tank between 2 or more Tinker's complement melters. And on top of a heater, it will combine valid liquids to create an alloy. I mean, I could do that. There's a lot of things I could do this episode. Trying to figure out what would be the most advantageous route for me to take next. I mean, I want to do storage, but I kind of want to set that aside for its own dedicated episode in which I have time to properly explore it. So, yeah, maybe let's take a couple ticks back. We'll build this alloy tank between 2 or more complement melters. Between 2 melters. This is a melter, yeah, right here. Finally going to have a use for that heater, so that's great. I went ahead and pulled up some recipes for building another melter and tank because we've only got one of each of those, and we're going to need 2 of each. You know what I just realized? Uh-oh. Oh, I see you sneaking in from down there. How did you get into the... Oh, you know what? I just realized. Maybe they can't spawn in the lit-up water, but they can drop down into it. We need to get rid of that arm. That arm is causing all kinds of issues. I was going to say, let's go ahead and build a wooden hopper so we can just, have that mission completed. And we'll throw a chest down here, wooden hopper there. I think the deal with the wooden hopper is that it moves things more slowly and it doesn't have as big a feed, which is perfect for a furnace because we don't need to have a great big feed. By the way, I'm cooking up some sand in here because we need more glass, but we also need more charcoal. And we have an abundance of oak wood, so we'll let that go. But yeah, we don't really need a super fast multi-bayed hopper for pulling things out of a furnace. So that works out perfectly for us. Let's get some glass. And let's head right here into the handheld crafting table, which is convenient and useful, and I always remember to use it. We need more porcelain bricks. See, I grabbed the raw porcelain because I thought we might need some. And I think that we will, because for the porcelain melter, look at that. We've already got one of those. No, that's a heater. Melter we need. Porcelain tank we need. I don't know. Is this going to require a window or a tank? Which one requires fewer resources? See, we're already fresh out of the unfired porcelain. But we're going to need some more of these. 3 of them ought to do. So we'll throw those into a furnace, and we'll throw the remaining unfired porcelain into a furnace. This furnace, because we already have... Didn't we take that out? We already have enough glass, I think. Yeah. And then we'll just let that one keep going. When these are done, I'll swap them out for the unfired faucets. Alright, porcelain gauge requires the least amount of porcelain brick, so we'll go with that. Combine it with a couple of these porcelain faucets, and we have our alloy tank. And is that really all it wanted? It didn't want me to actually set it up? Let me check here. No, it just wanted me to build it. Well, let's set it up, even though I don't really know how it's supposed to work or where I should put it, because we sort of have a limited amount of space over here, and I didn't really think out this layout all that well, but maybe we won't set it up today. Maybe it's enough that we built it, because I'm going to have to get rid of all this molten nickel and then all of this. You know what? Shrek it. Let's do it. Let's just break everything. Tank, heater, gauge. We'll replace that soon enough. Melter here, melter there. Tank in the middle? Is this correct? This feels wrong. Alright, so for the sake of experimentation, we're going to find out if this will work. If we put lava in the gauge. Oh, it works. It sees it as a fuel. I mean, I'm not happy about it because I like the way this looks better. But hey, if it works, you know? And then that's going to require full-sized coal or charcoal. We're going to throw charcoal in there. I tested it before just using the pieces. And the pieces, from what I remember, they'll go in there. But they won't do anything, will they? They might. No, I remember testing this in the Sky Factory 4 live streams. I remember that this didn't work. But I don't know what to do here either. Do I need to put a metal in there and a metal in there and then somehow they appear in the middle? The book wasn't clear. Place the alloy tank between 2 or more Tinker's Complement melters. Is this a complement melter? It just says porcelain melter. What's the difference? There's no such thing as a complement melter. There is only the melter. No, not that one. There's only the melter made of porcelain. Or possibly another one down here that's going to be made out of different materials. A smaller version of the smeltery place above. Yeah. We should build a smeltery. What can we make in here? If we had nickel and iron, we could make Invar, which sounds like fun. We could make Signalum. If we wanted to combine all of these things, copper and nickel together would make... I'm sorry, what? Constantin. Naturally. Lumium, Inderium, steel. Steel, hold on, wait, what went into the steel? Liquefied coal and molten iron? That one could be useful. Steel is useful for things. Would go liquefied coal. Okay, you could just melt it. Looks like you could even use charcoal if you wanted to. Let's give it a go. Okay, we'll put some charcoal in there. And item can't be molten. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what now? Did we not just read that together? Was that my imagination? What was that? Liquefied coal. Certainly looks like... I see charcoal there. Certainly appears as though it can be. Does it have to be heated? Maybe it doesn't work because we're using a porcelain gauge? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, fine. We won't try it with charcoal. We'll try a different alloy. What were my other options? What's the most basic one here? Steel and boron will make ferroboron. Which, I mean, even trying to pronounce is putting me to sleep. Water and lava will give us obsidian. What a shock. Hey, electrum. Gold and silver. I can manage that. I can totally manage that. Alright, I got a little bit of gold, and I've got a single piece of silver. We'll get those cooking up. I need to plant these trees. I'll put them in here so I remember them later. Definitely going to plant those. Throw some other random objects into these chests, just to get things kind of cleared out so I can pay attention to what it is I'm focusing on right now. Which is what again? Are we attempting to make... Oh, that's right. We're trying to make an alloy. We're going to see how that works. So, we got gold there. We got silver there. We got something happening in here, but I can't quite tell what. Is that electrum being made? It vaguely looks like a thing is happening. And I'm happy about it. But I think that's all of it we're going to get. Does it say, oh yeah, we've got... Look at that! 576 millibuckets of electrum. Feeling good, friends. Feeling good. Got gold in here. So I know what I'm going to do with that gold right now. I'm going to figure out what happened to my crafting table. I'm sure, or not my casting table, which I threw into a random chest. I said I was going to. I wasn't joking. We're going to get a piece of iron, and then we're going to use some of the gold that we've got inside of this one to create a iron cast, which is fantastic. And then once we've got that, we're going to move that and the table over to here, where I'm going to stick, if I have another one. I think I might have just run out. Move this one over. We're going to see if we can get an electrum ingot. We might have enough for an electrum ingot. Well, we should. I mean, we had a full gold and a full silver in there. Hey, electrum! I wonder if we could just get an electrum sapling, though. That might be a thing, and that might make all of this redundant. I don't see an electrum sapling. I do see an electrum crop, which I'm sure is something we'll have to get into. Yeah, look, I think I've done good for today's episode. I had nothing else planned. Nothing else planned besides these two. And then, you know, just for fun, we went through and we did some alloys. Went through and we got ourselves a little piggy, which was a fun time. And next episode, we're going to get into storage, which is a necessity at this point. No, I also did a Whopper. So, you're welcome. Till next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!